Some Brooklynites discovering massive amounts of damage to their cars in Sunset Park as police say that this stolen tow truck and another car on its back sideswiped multiple cars. It all unfolded after an argument, apparently in front of a business. And News 12's Rob Flack spoke with some of the car owners whose vehicles were hit by this runaway tow truck.
An argument over a vehicle being towed turning into a road rampage that damaged multiple cars in Sunset Park. Police confirming the taller man and owner of that Chevy truck can be seen fighting the tow truck owner before stealing the vehicle while dragging the truck and back through the streets. Page ending with a head-on crash with a city bus. Now, witnesses on the scene tell us the incident started because that smaller truck was blocking the service doors of that building that you can see behind me. Many of those cars parked there right now are damaged as a result of that incident. Their owners coming out now just discovering that damage.
My car, I got it fixed because I go up to a school and I got it up on my door, everything, my family, so I need help.
Yeah, he really messed up. I mean, he's going to be in a little trouble.
Police saying the man who stole the tow truck running off after crashing into that city bus. Tonight, investigators working to identify and find him. Sunset Park, Rob Flax, News 12 Brooklyn.
Heartbreaking news as police say 2 toddlers who are sisters have died after they likely drowned in a pond behind an apartment complex in Holtsville. News 12's Nicolette Schleisman is there now. Nicolette, what can you tell us?
Police were here for several hours investigating.
According to police, the girls were sisters. They were 2 and 4 years old. We're told a loved one called police around 3:15 this afternoon to report them missing at the Fairfield townhouses on Victorian Court. The officers joined Good Samaritans searching the complex. The girls were pulled from a pond unresponsive. Both girls were transported to Stony Brook University Hospital where they were pronounced dead. Suffolk police closed off a large portion in the middle of the complex around a pond and a pool. You can see a lot of police cars and tape around the perimeter of the pond, as well as concerned neighbors. Multiple crime scene units were also on scene.
We did reach out to Fairfield townhouses here in Holtsville. They have not yet responded. We will update you with any new details as soon as they become available.
The search for answers. A man was found dead on a Wantagh street. Neighbors are extremely concerned. And News 12's Cecilia Dowd has been on the scene all day. Cecilia, you spoke with the man who says that they found the victim.
I did, Antoinette, and neighbors here say they are unsettled by this. Now, it was here on Wayside Lane just after midnight when that resident who was coming home said he made that disturbing discovery. The body was found just outside the home behind me, not far from Sandhill Road.
And I came closer and I saw just legs out in the street. I knew something bad happened.
Cops say a 32-year-old Amityville man was found shot to death on this Wantagh street. Kevin Purcell says he found the body around 12:15 in the morning.
It's unsettling. I have 3 kids here. There's little kids all over this block. I mean, we can't have this happening.
It's extremely scary. It's very scary. Like I keep saying, if I was here a couple minutes earlier, I probably would have drove right into it. I literally have not slept.
Some residents say they heard gunfire.
I always hear cars on the parkway. So I just thought it was a car with the engine being loud. So I didn't really think much of it, but I have a small dog and she was barking constantly.
I was watching the debate and I thought it was just one of those cars that backfire all the time.
Some neighbors say in the past there have been problems here.
Every once in a while we see deals on this block. We see drug deals happening. The only conclusion I can come up with is that because this street is a little bit hidden and the parkway entrance is right there, if they do a deal and they see somebody that's going to call the cops or something, they're gone in 2 seconds.
So far, no word of an arrest, and we do not know the identity of the victim. Reporting from Wantagh, Cecilia Dowd, News 12 Long Island.
We began with breaking news out of Westport, where police say a Staples High School student is dead following a tragic dirt bike accident.
News 12 Connecticut's Justin DeVellis was first on the scene. He joins us from the Westport Police Department, where authorities have just released the identity of the young man who was killed. Justin.
Roxanne, a very emotional and somber scene here in Westport. This community is like one big family, and it is grieving tonight. Police say 18-year-old Max Harper, a senior at Staples High School, was killed just after 3 o'clock Wednesday afternoon when the dirt bike he was riding collided with a dump truck on Old Hill Road. It was an extremely active scene as authorities sifted through the wreckage. Westport Police, State Police, Crash Recon, and Deep were all on site. Police say the fully loaded dump truck veered off the road while attempting to avoid Harper, and it collided with several trees. Authorities say the operator of the truck was transported to a local hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Lieutenant Eric Woods of the Westport Police Department says it's an absolute tragedy for Harper's family and the community.
It's a sad night for Westport. Anytime we lose a member of this community, it's devastating, and to have it be a high school senior, pretty much just beginning their lives, is even more devastating. It was a tragic accident that occurred up on Old Hill Road. About 3:30 this afternoon, we started getting 911 calls for the crash, and we responded up there and determined that there was one party who was deceased as a result of the crash.
Now, Staples High School will operate with a 2-hour delay Thursday morning. All athletic events have been canceled, and grief counseling services will be made available to students. The crash is still under investigation. In Westport, I'm Justin DeVellis, News 12 Connecticut.
A hazmat scare at Jake's 58 Hotel and Casino. Everyone had to leave the building this afternoon after employees got sick from a chemical odor. News 12's Kevin Vesey is at the Islandia Casino right now. And Kevin, what can you tell us?
Yeah, so Joe, Jake's 58 was evacuated for about an hour and a half today as emergency crews responded to a report of a possible hazmat incident. So you can see right here behind me, the parking lot is now full again. The casino is operating normally right now after police said that the situation turned out to not be hazardous to the public. But I want to show you what it looked like during that evacuation, which started at around 1 o'clock this afternoon. There were police, firefighters, and other first responders here. We saw lots of flashing lights and lots of people in the parking lot. According to the general manager at Jake's 58, at least 2 employees were performing a welfare check in a hotel room, and those employees needed medical attention. Police say there was a chemical smell. Those workers felt ill and were taken to the hospital as a precaution. We spoke with some people who were inside the casino when the evacuation was ordered.
They said, look, everybody just please leave the hotel right now. We're sorry. Announcement came on the intercom.
When they said everyone clear out, most people just got up and ran towards the cash machines because they wanted to get their money.
And we still don't know the current conditions of those employees who were hospitalized. But again, Jake's 58 is now back open. And Joe, officials with Jake's 58 tell us that there was no threat to the public.